The first thing that a lot of people miss is that they are doing everything right, but they still feel tired. And what tends to happen in this instant is because you are working on survival mode. So, because of this survival mode, always working on adrenaline, going from one task to another, we have trained our body and mind to just work on survival energy. We've trained our body and mind to be on alert every time. So even when you drop to sleep and you feel like you're exhausted, your body and mind is still in expectation of like, oh, another task is going to come, so we can't fully relax. And I know some women that say to themselves, I cannot rest. I have to be moving. Like even when I rest, like my body just feels tired. I just have to be on the move. Please, that is actually ruining a lot of things in your life, and that is one of the huge reasons why when you actually want to rest, you cannot rest, because you've trained your nervous system to see rest as unsafe. Hello, beautiful ones. My name is Titilayo. I'm a wellness and mindset coach, and I help successful women. I help high-achieving women, busy women, women just like you and I, make success feel easier and effortless so that you can actually live the life that you truly desire. So today we are going to be talking about a topic that is very important because we have all been there. Like, sis, you can be doing everything right, eating well, sleeping well, and then even working out, and you still feel tired. Sis, there are some reasons why this is happening, because it's not about you doing more. There are some internal interferences that we really need to look into, because once you've been able to like dissect these issues, then things will become easier again and you feel well rested, like you should feel when you sleep. Anyway, so the first thing that a lot of people miss is that they are doing everything right, but they still feel tired. And what tends to happen in this instant is because you are working on survival mode. You are working to prove yourself. You are working to show up just to, maintain the status quo. And this is huge because a lot of us get into this automation, and you feel like if it is not hard, if you're not overly doing, if you don't have your calendar full of activities, then it's not worth it. Then you can't really have the things that you want to have. So because of this survival mode, always working on adrenaline, going from one task to another, we have trained our body and mind to just work on survival energy. We've trained our body and mind to be on alert every time. So every time, like, we are never rested, your body does not feel that there is a time and space in your life where you can just relax. So when it comes to bedtime and you want to sleep, sis, you've already trained your body and your mind to feel, unease, and to be, expecting something else would come up. So naturally, your body and mind would, just like still hold on, expecting more things of you. So even when you drop to sleep and you feel like you're exhausted, your body and mind is still in expectation of like, oh, another task is going to come, so we can't fully relax. So your body will let you sleep. And this is where a lot of people would sleep for like 2 hours. I have been through that stage whereby I've worked so hard throughout the day and I'm exhausted. And then I'll only sleep for like 2 to 3 hours. Then 3 a.m. in the morning, my eyes are wide awake and I'm thinking, I'm tired. Why is my body waking me up? I need to be sleeping. And at this point, I will try so much hard to sleep. I will meditate, it will not come. And most of the time, I just get out of bed and I find some work to do. Sis, I go back to the old programming again because that is what my body actually wants me to do. My body, I've trained my body to like work, 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 rest just a tiny little bit and work, 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 work again. And sis, that is one of the reasons why you'll feel tired when you're doing everything right. I'm going to give you a little bit of tips on what you can do, but let's go into the reasons so that you can start seeing it. Because when you're able to know the reasons to your problems, then the solutions is actually easier to find. So the second thing that why you might be doing everything right and still feel tired is because you are resting without training your nervous system that rest is safe. So basically, when we move, like when we are working in the survival mode or survival energy, and then in the evening, you want to rest. Your body doesn't feel like it's safe to rest. Your body feels like I should be on the call. Like I have seen some women, I know some women that say to themselves, I cannot rest. I have to be moving. Like even when I rest, like my body just feels tired. I just have to be on the move. Sis, I don't know where you got that mindset from. I hear that from a lot of women, like, I just have to find something to do. But sis, that is actually ruining a lot of things in your life. And that is one of the huge reasons why when you actually want to rest, you cannot rest because you've trained your nervous system to see rest as unsafe. So even when you are physically, mentally, and emotionally tired and you want to rest, your nervous system is looking for something else for you to do and says, sis, no, 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 you cannot rest. Remember, that's the idea you've painted, you have implemented into us. We cannot rest. So let's find something else to do. And this is crucial. Like we need to like retrain the nervous system to say rest as good and rest as safe. And this is where I am going to tell you a little bit more about my smart reset pack, which is rest and recovery, then the energy and environment package, which will be out as a mini course where you can learn a lot about rest and recovery, how you use your energy and how you apply it to your environment outside of you. So let's continue with the video. Now, the other thing that doesn't allow you to rest properly, even when you're doing everything right, is your food and your movement. So you see, sis, a lot of people actually think and believe that if you eat right and if you train very well or you are moving regularly, it would allow you to sleep better, which is actually true. But there is like a missing factor in it because when we actually eat well, a lot of people miss a subtle difference because eating well does not equate to eating what is right and eating the right food at the right time to allow you to rest properly. So I'll explain that eating bit. Some people would eat less during the day and then eat so much in the evening and then expect their body to rest. This is not going to happen because your body is trying to digest your food. Your body is now busy. Now you want it to rest. It's not going to happen. Whereas some people will eat so little throughout their day that the body does not have enough nutrients for it to actually be effective and for them to even have that good rest. And sis, this is where your macronutrient has to come into place, especially with protein and carbohydrate. Because like I love protein and I delegate like a lot of time to protein. And one thing I've realized that if you don't delegate some time to carbohydrate, say by having a little bit of carbohydrate in the evening, or you decide not to have no carbohydrate at all, then there is a possibility that that would affect your sleep. Because if you are having low carbohydrate, then your blood sugar level is so low that it does not help you regulate sleep. And carbohydrate also has this, it contributes to serotonin and melatonin to help you even sleep better. So when your blood sugar level is so low, it doesn't allow you to sleep better because your body is expecting a little bit more stimulation to make sleep effective. So that is one with food. So now the key missing factor a lot of people move with movement is that they overdo it. So it is good to move the body. It is good to train. It is good to like do some cardio, endurance activities, strengthen your muscles and everything. It is good. But one thing people miss is that they overdo it. Like they stress the body unnecessarily, that the body is so tired. The body goes into recovery, like a huge debt recovery, and that the body does not even know how to recover from it. It's just like a child or even yourself, you know, you are so tired, like you are so tired that even when sleep comes for the first 2 to 3 hours, you don't even know how to sleep. Like the sleep is just doing you somehow. And this is what happens to our body when we overtrain. So it is good to train the body, it is good to move, but you have to do what is sufficient for growth to occur in the body without overstraining yourself, without adding unnecessary stress to yourself, or making it a huge debt recovery for your body to recover. So, sis, those are the two areas you want to look into and then fine tune it. So, another reason why you might be doing everything right, but you still feel tired is that your body is like when you want to sleep, your body is actually responding to who you are at that present moment and not what you are doing. So, you want to go to sleep and you are emotionally loaded, you are mentally loaded with ideas, with things you want to do tomorrow, your tomorrow list. You're thinking about the future, you're thinking about the past, you're thinking about what is happening, and then you want to send that same body to sleep. Sis, it's not gonna happen. What you need to do is letting go of all the emotional troubles, letting go of all the future plans, and be at peace with your body. Because right now, your mind is your mind is somewhere else. Your mind is in Aberdeen or like in Korea or like in America, wherever, or your mind is somewhere thinking about your mom, your dad, your children, or your work. And at the same time, you are worried, you are anxious, you are scared, and then you are trying to find solutions to your problems. So you're mentally thinking, and then you just think, oh, I'm too tired, I need to go to bed. And you're in your bed, you're still thinking, and then for some reason, you're just expecting that sleep to just swap you off, and then you forget about everything and clean your plate for you. Sis, no. You are the master of your life. You need to be the one to clean your plate off and then allow the next state to happen. Another good reason why you're still tired even after doing everything well is because your body is responding to the state that you are in and not what you're trying to do. One thing that I have learned from Kathleen Cameron is that when you go to bed, it's always good to go to bed being at peace, being satisfied with how the day has gone. Whether the day didn't go accordingly to how you planned or not, there is no point trying to, sort it out or feel unhappy because it's not going to change anything. So, for that fact that you are able to be on your bed, have a good dinner, and then sleep comfortable on your bed with light, with electricity, with heat and comfort, that alone should make you feel satisfied. That alone should make you feel accomplished. That alone should make you feel at peace because where you are right now on your bed, you are safe. There's nothing happening. So, letting go of all the emotional troubles in the day or trying to sort out your tomorrow list, it's not important. It's not necessary. So, before you go to bed, half an hour, 1 hour before you go to bed, try to enter into the state of being satisfied, into the state of being at peace with where you are, into the state of being present, into the state of being grateful because there are other people around in the world that do not have the luxury that you have. Because luxury doesn't have to do with having so much money. Luxury alone is having to have good health. That, oh my God, having good health is the most biggest valuable luxury that you can have. And then being safe, having the main necessity of life is also luxury. So when you think about that, it it gives you peace. It makes you happy. You feel satisfied. You feel accomplished. That you actually even kept yourself safe. Your body kept you safe because there are some people that even try to keep themselves safe, but then something just happened to them. A bus hit them, a trailer hit them, they had an accident. But you are right here, my queen. Let go of the worries. Be here and now. There is power in the now. Like in the Bible, it is written that seek ye first the kingdom of God and everything shall be added to you. And this verse is huge because a lot of people think when they hear about seek ye first the kingdom of God, when I was younger, I thought seek ye first the kingdom of God was be righteous, be religious, read the Bible and everything. Righteous and all of that is good, but it's not about being religious and being more of a Christian. It's about seeking ye first the states of God. What's the state of God? Happiness, peace, success, love, joy. Be in that state first. Because if you go to bed and you're in that state of satisfaction and peace, that state creates conditions and brings in more of that state to you. And that's where God said everything else will be added to you. Sis, this is where I tell you, if you want to join Grow and Train with me, you should join because we actually make success feel easier. We help you realize your internal power that you can use every day to make success feel easier. You also train your body so that your body is relaxed, so that your body is not even overly stressed, but relaxed to support your nervous system, to support you so that you feel calmer, for you to fully enter into the states. So, sis, going to bed in a peaceful way is very important. And if you feel a nudge to join my coaching program because you feel that it would help you, because we do not focus mainly on external appearances, but your internal source of power, your real power that lies within you, says click the button below or in the description to find out more, book a clarity call with me, or just join. Okay, come into the club. Or if you're not sure yet, you can join my community. It is free for you to join. Now, we are going to look at the last point, why you might be doing everything right, but you still feel tired. So, the main reason why you might be doing everything right, but still feel tired is that you still don't know how to enter into a state of receiving. Queen, when you actually go to bed, sleep is a state of receiving. So, when you want to receive something from someone, the first thing you would do is you would regulate yourself, regulate your energy, be calm, and then you open up your heart, you open up your hands and allow yourself to receive. Because what actually happens during sleep is that the conscious mind goes away from the external world and then returns to our lover, which is the subconscious mind. And then the conscious mind takes all the things that she needs a solution or expression to, she takes it into the subconscious mind, and then the subconscious mind, they mingle together and then they create that in the external world. That's how creation happens. And that's what I learned from Neville Goddard. And it actually does work because I have been going to bed in that state, and then the following day I have been receiving. Okay. So when you are about to go to bed, regulation is so important. Do not go to bed in a rush. Do not jump from one activity to another, give the children their food, be on the phone for 10 hours of, okay, maybe not 10 hours, maybe for half an hour, watch a heavy movie that, is emotionally entangling, and you do a lot, and then at the end you just bossa on your bed wanting to sleep. Sis, you've not regulated yourself. There is no way that that sleep is going to happen. There is no way you're going to feel rested. So regulation is very good. So before you go to bed, you actually have to prepare the body and the mind, whereby you don't eat half an hour before you go to bed, maybe 2 hours before, that is fine. Within that 2 hours before bedtime, you regulate your mind. You start trying to find peace with everything within you. Start being grateful for everything that is happening. You can even calm yourself by reading a book. Just be mellow, be calm, be at ease. Avoid anything that is too heavy for you. Let that regulation help your body flow easily into sleep. So, sis, that is the last reason that I feel, and I know that why a lot of women like you and I find it hard to rest properly, even though that they might be doing everything right. So, from all of these reasons, you can now derive the best solution for you. The best solution for you would be how you arrange your lifestyle, how you work, how you move, how you do things, and you'll be able to find the best solution for you. However, if you want to dive deeper, then Queen, join my community where I share more insights. I dive deeper, we reflect, we grow together, and we also embody these actions so that it becomes part and parcel of our life. All right, my queen. On to the next session. I look forward to seeing you in my next session. Bye for now.